Trump card proclaimed the closing of the old U.S. legation in the cardiac of London's chic Mayfair area a bad go by his forerunner. Same Obama authority possessing sold out maybe the top arranged and magnificent legation in London for Kopek, just to construct a new one in an off position for $1.2 trillion. Bad transactions. Requested me to cut tape. No. If you disregard the reality how the judgment was in fact done by Obama's forerunner, George W. Bush, he's not difficult to see why Trump card the entrepreneur would say for a man whose lifetime has been devoted to profiting on characteristic deals, the concept how the old 1960s specific legation in Grosvenor box will do way for an quality in how he doesn't own might sense especially galling. His reasoning, yet, provides several easy policy lid for which was anticipated to be a especially busy trip. Police force, work in tactful protect whom I include, talk to newly were already fastening themselves for additional responsibility, length days and more than overtime work. With he came to office space a year back, Trump card has been vigorous wrath in the UK. Made uncertainly she was the at first planet lead to trip him in Washington days following he took above at the White's building. But up she got behind to London. Her efforts to beach up the specific relation among the two countries had already started to backfire. The policy price of her proximity to Trump card begun in his journey ban for Muslim-majority nations. May was lambasted for not critical him quick quite or loud quite. The ink was hardly dry on the invite, and thousands collected in irate against Trump protests in London. The relation has lost future sloping with later, and May has been by growing blood pressure to do her differences in Trump card precise. Trump card's behavior in the direction Britain is out of precedence for a contemporary us lead and has done him an unloved drawing for lot UK countrymen. Refusal to outdoor his own legation in the nation how historic is America's nearest friend will not assist maintenance any of the harm he has already made. If his revulsion at Obama's obvious squandering, once again, not Obama, has a silvery pad for him, it will be how he does not include to hazard-cladding irate crowds and adverse headlines for a trip how no sum of additional police force could defend him of outpourings of adverse social view. In the joint state, Trump card has a repute for searching out favorable crowds and is named to stubble and struggle behind versus adverse transparency. May would include potential struggle to discover such a mob, and any attempts to suit the U.S. lead would include folded future blood pressure on her. A fatal poll recent year, linked in winding Brexit talks, has leftward her sensitive. Yet Trump card's judgment to skip the legation tape cut may as well include a dual silvery pad for May. It not just saves her the busy currents how escort Trump card these days, but it as well denies her largest policy rivals an opportunity to earn themselves in the U.S. lead. UK Overseas Registrar Boris Johnson and Farming Secretary Michael Gove include speak favorably on the US CEO, in both of men possessing desired him out for meetings or handshakes above the history year. These two are wide alleged to be scheming for the day they might substitute May. In brief, Trump card may include fair made May a enormous benefit.